Hello everyone, welcome to my response to Sublimedia's 5 Scariest Albums You Own thread. Unfortunately Rob couldn't be here today, so he left me a list of his picks, so I'm going to do it for him right now. So, in no particular order, this is Mayhem, very, very influential Norwegian black metal band. This is a repress, number 7 of 2000, from Peaceville, 180 gram. But this is where, if you want to get into Norwegian black metal, this is certainly the place to be, or the album to get. This is a live album featuring original vocalist Dead, and it's this really defines black metal in two sides of music. Basically, it's ferocious, it's feral, it's disgusting, and it's tinged in absolute darkness. So if you want to just check out what black metal is all about, get this album. You need it.
Oh dear. Whew, it's getting a bit hot in there. I could barely talk. Right, let's carry on. Now, if you want, right, this is quite possibly the scariest album I own. It's by a band, a very early death metal band called Necrophilia, who started, I believe, in '85. So they're one of the first. That's the back cover. This is a mini album, 5-tracker, called Goblins Be Thine, and it is a genuinely incredibly claustrophobic, eerie sounding record. I urge you, it's got a poster with it too, which I'll show you. I urge you to check out any promo videos this band has on YouTube. Listen to some of the music. That's the poster, which is really cool. It's very inspired by an instrumental Italian group called Goblin, who you may, if you're a horror film fan, you may know that name, because they did the soundtrack to a lot of the Romero films, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead. They provided the music to that. But as you can see from the cover, it's not just thrashing guitars and drums and everything, it's various ambient pieces, there's a lot of eerie piano bits, and it's just an incredible listen, and it's one of the real genuinely scary albums that I possess. I've got a lot of gory albums with gory art and stuff like that, but is gore scary? Not really, but this is. Check it out. This is, if anyone wants to be scared by a record, get this. If you're not scared by this, you're not alive. Nearly broke it there. Did you see that? The next one is, I think most people have mentioned this, but Sabbath's debut album defines the word scary. It's so spooky. It's so evil, with the witch cuddling the cat on the front. The short story put within the inverted cross on the inner. It's just a genuinely groundbreakingly spooky and eerie record sleeve. So I know a lot of you guys out there that have been doing video responses to Tony's thread have picked this, and I'm in good company with you guys, because I totally get it. I totally understand what you're saying. Arguably the first metal album with arguably the spookiest sleeve and music. The next one of my favourite singers, metal singers, King Diamond. This is his third studio release, which is a concept LP about his grandma, who comes back from a lunatic asylum, and basically she owns this house called Amon, and she controls the spirits in there, and there's lots of weird bits that go on. So lyrically it tells a story of that, and King Diamond, the singer, is the grandson, and sisters get bumped off and axed to death, and it's just generally a really, really spooky album. So this is definitely worth picking up. Of course, King Diamond was the vocalist for Merciful Fate from Denmark, which were another hugely influential band on the thrash scene. But it's definitely worth picking up, and like I said on a recent video as well, if you can get the original pressing, try, because it has a booklet, King Diamond the Story So Far, with some great photos and information on his early discography. Spooky stuff, great cover. Now this one is, if you're familiar with recent video nasties like August Underground and Modrum, this is basically the soundtrack to those films. It was heavily inspired by those films, which are about serial killers, and I've not seen them. I don't think I've got the stomach to do it from what I've seen on YouTube clips and things like that. But this is a band called the Ravenous, which are made up by members of Autopsy, Nuclear Assault, and Necrophilia, which I just showed you one of their mini LPs. That's the back cover. Once again, it's got samples from the films, and it's lyrically it's awfully disgusting, and it's just, if you could put on wax your worst nightmares and your darkest fears, along with Goblins Be Thine by Necrophagia, this is one of the more spooky, disturbing albums you could possibly get. This one's a lot more gruesome, as you can see from the front cover artwork on this. It's not particularly great, it's not nice, but it's shocking to the point of it actually being quite compelling, and it does affect you after listening to it. So out of the 5 that I've done today, this one and that one, please check them out. Please tell me what you think. They're not going to be for everyone. A lot of people will listen to them and think they're absolute crap, but a lot of you, I'm sure, will listen to them and hopefully get what I get from them. But as records, you know, everyone takes a little bit of something different from an album. These two are spooky. So a big thank you to everyone watching the video from me, Rob, and from Eddie down there, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Have a great week, and let's get some cracking vinyl, and let's do some update videos and see what everyone's got within the VC, because I'm sure, as you know, we all like to look at what people have got, what our chums have got in the VC. So cheers guys, look forward to watching some more of your videos this week, and rock on.